You check your bank account, 3 credit cards, all maxed out, $847 minimum payment due next week. You've been paying it for 11 months, the balance? Still $14,200. Here's what nobody tells you: you're not bad with money. You're stuck in the interest trap, and it's mathematically designed to keep you there. But here's the thing: there's a specific number, a psychological breaking point that changes everything. It's not $10,000, it's not even $5,000. I'm going to show you the exact dollar amount where your brain stops panicking and starts winning. And more importantly, the 4-step system that weaponizes that number to destroy debt 67% faster than what your bank wants you to do. This is the Snowball Method, but not the watered-down version you've heard before. The traditional advice? Pay off the highest interest rate first. Sounds smart, feels logical, and it's the reason most people quit in 90 days. Because here's what they don't tell you: your brain doesn't run on math, it runs on wins. Later in this video, I'm going to show you why $387 is the magic threshold where motivation becomes unstoppable. And if you're tired of making payments and going nowhere, subscribe. This is where we fix that for real. But first, you need to understand the psychological warfare happening inside your wallet right now. Let me paint you a picture. 2 people, same debt, $18,000 across 4 credit cards, both making $60,000 a year. Person A follows the high-interest first method, attacks the $6,500 card at 24% APR, makes extra payments, does everything right. 3 months later, still staring at 4 balances, still feels like drowning, quits, goes back to minimum payments. Person B uses the Snowball Method, targets the smallest balance first, a $680 store card, pays it off in 6 weeks, closes the account, feels something they haven't felt in years: control. That dopamine hit, that's not just motivation, that's neurochemistry rewiring your financial identity. But here's where it gets dangerous. The credit card companies know this. They studied the same behavioral psychology. That's why they set minimum payments at exactly 2 to 3% of your balance. Not because it's fair, because it's the mathematical sweet spot where you feel like you're making progress, but you're actually just feeding the interest machine. Run the numbers with me. $8,000 balance, 22% APR, $160 minimum payment. If you only pay minimums, you'll be done in 34 years. You'll pay $19,000 in interest alone. That new car you want in 5 years? You just bought it. For the bank, twice over. Your daughter's college fund? Gone. You spent it on interest for purchases you don't even remember making. That's not a payment plan. That's financial quicksand. And here's the part that makes it worse. Every month you stay stuck, you're not just losing money, you're losing options. Can't switch jobs because you need the steady paycheck. Can't start that business. Can't move to a better city. Can't take the risk that could 10 times your income. Debt doesn't just cost you dollars, it costs you decisions. Now, if you think the Snowball Method is just about paying small debts first, you've fallen into the first trap. This isn't about small debts. It's about killing friction. Let me show you what separates people who have money from people who build wealth. The average person sees 4 credit card balances and thinks, I need to get rid of $24,000. That number is paralyzing. Your brain shuts down. It feels impossible. But someone who understands the Snowball Method, they don't see $24,000. They see 4 individual enemies, and they kill them one at a time. This is the identity shift. You're not someone trying to get out of debt. You're a debt assassin, and assassins don't fight wars. They execute targets. 1 shot, 1 kill. Next target. The psychological difference is massive. Instead of fighting a mountain, you're checking off a list. And every check mark releases a flood of momentum chemicals in your brain. Serotonin, dopamine. The same neurochemicals that make video games addictive? You're hijacking them for wealth building. Here's the brutal truth about opportunity cost. Every month you're stuck making 4 separate credit card payments, you're losing velocity. Think of it like this. Imagine you're pushing 4 shopping carts uphill. Each cart has a different weight. You're exhausted, making slow progress, constantly looking back to make sure none of them roll away. Now imagine you empty the lightest cart completely. You leave it at the bottom of the hill. Now you've got two free hands for the next cart, then the next, then the final one. Same energy, multiplied force, that's compound momentum. And it's worth more than compound interest ever cost you. Let me give you the real numbers. Scenario, $18,000 total debt across 4 cards. Card 1, $680, 18% APR. Card 2, $2,400, 22% APR. Card 3, $6,100, 24% APR. Card 4, $8,820, 19% APR. Traditional method, highest interest first. You attack card 3, it takes 14 months to kill it. You've still got 4 payments going. You're exhausted. Total payoff time, 47 months. Snowball method, smallest balance first. You demolish card 1 in 6 weeks. Card 2 in 4 months. Now you've got massive payments hitting card 3. Total payoff time, 31 months. You just bought back 16 months of your life. That's 16 months of not waking up with that weight on your chest, 16 months closer to the down payment, 16 months of actually sleeping through the night. But here's what most YouTube videos won't tell you. The snowball method has a hidden weakness, a psychological trap that destroys 40% of people who try it. It's called the lifestyle inflation loophole. And if you don't close it, you'll pay off card 1, feel amazing, and then accidentally sabotage everything. I've seen it 100 times. People get their first win, they celebrate, and celebration turns into justification. I've been so disciplined, I deserve this. And the cycle starts again. In exactly 60 seconds, I'm going to give you the 4-step system to execute this perfectly. The exact payment structure, the automation tricks, the psychological firewall that prevents relapse. But before I do that, you need to understand the celebration paradox that's quietly draining accounts right now. Because here's what happens. You pay off that first card. You feel incredible. Your brain screams, reward time. So you go out to dinner, buy those shoes, book that weekend trip. You deserve it. And just like that, you've transferred the debt from card 1 to card 5. This is what I call the lifestyle fraud. It's the lie that freedom means spending. That progress equals permission. But real wealth, real freedom, it's built in the gap between I can afford this and I'm choosing not to yet. That gap is where millionaires are made. Not because they're cheap, because they understand sequencing. First, you kill the debt. Then, you build the engine. Then, and only then, you upgrade the lifestyle. Reverse that order, you'll be stuck forever. Now let me show you how to avoid that trap completely. Here's the exact system. No fluff, just execution. Step 1. The debt inventory ritual. Tonight, not tomorrow. Tonight, you're going to open every credit card account. Write down 4 things for each card. Current balance minimum payment, interest rate available credit limit. Now arrange them smallest to largest by balance. Ignore the interest rates completely. That smallest number, that's your first kill. Circle it. Screenshot it. That's your target. This isn't busy work. This is the moment you stop being a victim of debt and become the hunter. Step 2. The minimum plus attack formula. Here's where most people mess up. They try to throw random extra money at debt whenever they have some left over. That's not a strategy. That's hope. And hope doesn't pay off credit cards. Instead, you're going to engineer a system. Take your total monthly debt payments. Let's say it's $840 across all 4 cards. Now find an extra $160 in your budget. Cancel 1 subscription, skip 2 dinners out, sell something, drive for Uber one Saturday. That $160, that's your attack fund. Here's the formula. Pay minimums on everything except the smallest balance. Hit that smallest card with minimum plus your entire attack fund. So if the smallest card has a $40 minimum, you're sending it $200 every month. Card 1, $680, gets destroyed in 3 to 4 months instead of 14. Step 3, the momentum rollover. This is where the magic happens. The moment, and I mean the exact day, you pay off card 1, you don't celebrate by spending. You don't give yourself a break. You immediately redirect that entire payment to card 2. So now card 2 isn't getting its $75 minimum. It's getting $75 plus the $200 you were sending to card 1. That's $275 a month, hitting a $2,400 balance. Card 2 dies in 9 months instead of 3 years. Then you roll that $275 plus card 2's old payment into card 3. Now you're hitting it with $400 plus per month. This is compound momentum. Every kill makes you stronger. Every victory makes the next one faster. By the time you reach card 4, the biggest one, you're hitting it with $840 plus per month. That impossible $8,820 balance? Dead in 11 months. Step 4. The identity lock. Here's the firewall that prevents relapse. The day you pay off each card, you're going to do 3 things. 1. Call the company, close the account. Not, I'll keep it open for my credit score. Close it. Burn the bridge. 2. Take that physical card, cut it up. Film yourself doing it. Post it if you want. Make it ceremonial. 3. Open a separate savings account called Freedom Fund. Transfer the amount you were paying on that card into it. Every month, automatically. This does 2 things. It prevents lifestyle inflation because the money still leaves your checking account. And it builds your emergency fund so you never need credit cards again. Within 31 months, you're debt-free. And you've got $12,000 plus in savings. That's not just getting out of debt. That's a complete financial identity transformation. Remember that number I mentioned at the beginning? The $387 threshold. Here's what it means. Behavioral economists discovered that when people see a debt balance drop below $400, something shifts. The brain stops categorizing it as overwhelming and starts seeing it as manageable. It's not logical. A $450 debt and a $350 debt cost roughly the same per month. But psychologically, night and day. Below $400, your brain releases motivation. Above it, your brain releases cortisol. That's why the Snowball Method works. You engineer that psychological win as fast as possible. You get below $400, get the dopamine hit, and ride that momentum into the next target. The traditional highest interest first method, you could be fighting a $6,500 balance for a year, never getting that psychological win, never triggering the momentum cascade. Mathematically, you might save $200 in interest. Psychologically, you just cost yourself the entire game. I'll take the person who stays motivated and pays off $18,000 in 31 months over the person who optimizes interest but quits in month 4. Here's what most people don't calculate. Every month you wait to start this system, you're not just losing 1 month. You're losing the compound effect of that month. Start today, you're debt-free by August 2028. Wait until next month when things calm down. You're debt-free by September 2028. Doesn't sound like much, right? Wrong. That 1-month delay compounds because the money you would have rolled into card 2 is now delayed, which delays card 3, which delays card 4. 1 month of procrastination costs you 2.7 months on the back end. And here's the real cost. That's 2.7 extra months of waking up with that weight, of avoiding calls from your bank, of telling yourself, someday. Someday is a lie you tell yourself to avoid the discomfort of today. If this clicked for you, if you felt something shift while watching this, do me one favor. Subscribe to this channel. Not because I need it, because you need the reminder. Every time you see one of my videos in your feed, it's going to remind you who you're becoming. Not someone drowning in debt, a financial assassin, someone who executes targets and builds momentum. That identity shift, that's worth more than any budget spreadsheet. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. You're not going to stumble into being debt-free. You're not going to find extra money someday. You're not going to wake up one morning and suddenly have discipline. Freedom is built in small, violent decisions. Violent against comfort. Violent against excuses. Violent against the version of you that says, I'll start Monday. That smallest credit card balance sitting in your wallet right now, that's not just $680 you owe. That's the first domino. Knock it down, and you start a chain reaction that changes everything. Or leave it standing, and 5 years from now, you'll still be exactly where you are today. Still making minimums, still stuck. Still telling yourself next year. The snowball method isn't a hack, it's a declaration. You're done being hunted by debt. Now you're the one doing the hunting. So here's my question. Are you going to watch this video, nod, and then go scroll Instagram? Or are you going to open that banking app right now, write down those four numbers, and circle your first target? Because one of those actions changes your life. The other one just kills time, your move.